Hello Internet, and today is Minecraft on Flatterday. This is a TV I made, just like my other one, except better. It has an on-off switch, and this button makes it go forward a frame, as you see with the little tiny pixel in the corner. This one makes it actually play a movie. And it keeps playing in a loop until you press the button again and turn it off. And actually, if I turn off the screen and have it play, it'll still play, but it won't display. This switch only controls the display. It doesn't turn it off or anything. It doesn't stop it from animating, I mean. So if I turn it back on, you'll see it's in a different spot of the animation than when I turned it off. So, on to how it works. This is what it looks like. It's pretty cool. It's a piston array memory over here. I have 5 layers of that with the 5 colors. I chose the rainbow colors. And as you can see, it's 20 blocks tall. 4 times 5 is 20, and it's 3 over here to 2 ratio. So 2 to 3 ratio. This is 30 tall. That's 20 tall. And how to build it. This is a single pixel. 4 blocks is 1 pixel. It's lit up by 2 torches. And if you want the default state to be off, like this one is, off, then you'll want to double invert, like this. On mine, it's single inverted here, but the double invert is over here, so it is double inverted even though it looks different. A little bit further along, this is what it looks like once you've tiled it, and then you can start putting it in the screen. Then over here, the next step is to have power go into the pixels so you can turn them on and off. As you can see here, got a couple of them switched up. I just turned off 2 pixels to, and I turned on, or yeah, those ones already were off. Yay. And you can see here it's kind of staggered, and there is a reason for that. So I know you may be tempted to build it where you have it just like that and that and that and that, but don't do that. You want it staggered like this for a reason. So next step, you have all of this, and you need to get it hooked up to the piston array. The difference, the distance between here and here is determined by how large your screen is. So if your screen is really, really tall, this is going to be a bigger distance between these two. I can do it this close. Actually, yes, I can actually do it this close with this size because it's so small. With mine over here, though, you can see it needs the stairs to go down. In the middle, it just goes straight, and at the top, it goes up with the stairs. You'll need to calculate out about how far it'll need to be based off of that and the 2 to 3 ratio, basically. I don't remember the calculations for it, but I'm sure you can figure it out if you're building this. So, next up, you need the obsidian. The obsidian and the pistons and the I don't know, I'll just call this the data cubes. The data cubes are going to be either a solid cube that can carry a redstone signal, because there's going to be a redstone signal going through it, or it will be something that does not, such as glass, which is what I used. And that is your, the glass will be your off state, the diamond will be your on state, and that's assuming, of course, that you wanted your default state to be off, like I have it there. The way that the piston array works, the vertical pistons will go off all at the same time, and the horizontal pistons will go off all at the same time. So this will go up at the same time that goes down, and then it will push across at the same time this pushes across, and it can just keep doing that in a circle, and that's how you make it go fast and smooth, and yeah. So obsidian, I didn't mention why. The obsidian is there so that when it pushes, if there is a problem with your circuitry or something, when it pushes, it will not push any further than it's supposed to. The obsidian will stop it from pushing further than it's supposed to. So, just a quick demonstration. Pistons cannot push obsidian, but they can push if there's not obsidian. I'm OCD, so I'm replacing that block. And on to, the red circuit is your on-off circuit. That's what controls whether or not the screen is displaying. So all this red is the same circuit. It will be connected by stairs later. Next up, the purple and the green circuit. These make the vertical and the horizontal pistons fire, respectively. Purple is vertical, green is horizontal, and those will also be connected to the same exact source later on with stairs. And they all go through like this. You have the pistons going through this block with that. And as you can see here, this is what it looks like once it's above the other layer. It's just above the data blocks. Oh yes, and with how small this is, I couldn't actually have this all the way back here as I have it down here, so I couldn't have this block here. I just have it going directly into the pistons, which is perfectly fine. It doesn't matter which way you do it. I just did it that way because this is short. There's not a lot of frames in this. This is the smallest you can possibly have it. Each one of these is a frame in our animation. So that's 3 plus 3 times 2, which is 12. So 12 frames is the smallest animation you can have. The shortest animation is 12 frames. It is possible to build this infinitely long and infinitely large. There is a limit of how far a piston can push of 12 blocks, but there is a way to extend it out further. I did not show that, and I will not be showing that in this video, but there is a way. Next up, this is the completed demo. As you can see, I have an animation in here with the blocks, and it goes in here. This one's default state is on. As you can see, everything is off, but the picture is on. The default state is on. And that actually does cause a couple of problems with a new update since when I built this. I built this a while ago. I think it's 1.6 or something. And over here, you can see I now have the green and the purple hooked up to a single source, which is here for the purple, there for the green. And it goes into this white circuit, which corresponds to our white button. There's a black circuit, which goes into this as well. And there's the red circuit, which is the same red circuit as it was before. It just goes into this and tells whether or not to display. And let's see here. So we do want to display, turn it on. Behold. When we push this, it goes forward 1 frame. It should go forward 1 frame. What is happening here? What is this madness? What did I do? Let's try it again. Okay. Yeah, so going forward 1 frame, as you can see, as it changes frame, it turns on over here before that turned off. And that is the problem I was talking about that didn't used to exist, that exists now. There is a way to fix that, and the way that I fixed it, it's kind of necessary to have the default state off, I believe. No, actually it's not necessary. I lied. That's not necessary. It is necessary for the way I did it, but you can change it a little bit, change it up. Anyways, the black goes in here, pushes the horizontal, which is green, goes in, pushes the vertical, which is purple, then it'll circle around and dump out to nowhere. And you'll see here I have this piston with the repeater. That's a 1-tick pulse generator. It fires off the piston, which breaks the circuit right away. And this picks up the little tiny pulse that went through and sends a single tick into this. So very short pulse. And of course, the white one, that one is the one that makes it scroll. I'm not sure if I showed you that or not on this one, but yeah, it goes from frame to frame to frame to frame. It just continues playing, and as you can see, it's fairly quick. That one also has the 1-tick pulse. This 1-tick pulse is absolutely necessary. That one, the reason it's a 1-tick pulse is because we don't want the horizontal pistons to be stuck out still when the vertical pistons go. So that's why I shorten it to a 1-tick. That way they're out for the minimum possible time before those go. That's how we keep it nice and snappy. We want a small pulse. And so when I push that button, it'll turn off this. The sticky piston will grab that and pull it up, breaking the black circuit, so the black circuit won't do anything, so that pressing the black button while it's playing will break it if we don't have this. This is same thing. When you press the white button, this will go out, which will complete this circuit. And once it completes that circuit, this pulse here will go in and start circling around infinitely, which does horizontal, then vertical, then horizontal, then vertical. Pretty simple. When you push it again, it breaks the circuit, and this does horizontal and vertical one last time before dumping out. So it always resets with horizontal being the next one in need. Yeah, so that's basically how that works. For how to fix the problem of it displaying improperly. Oh, one thing I did forget to show. The reason to have it staggered like this is because, as you can see, this is a 4-pixel tall 1, 2, 3, 4 pixels by 4 pixels display, but it's only 2 piston arrays tall. And that's because one piston array horizontally does this entire row horizontally and the row above it. So it does this row and this row, both of these all the way across. It's just this one. And I should be using diamond on the front there, but you get the idea. Right here you can see it goes into this repeater and goes down and across. This repeater goes in and just straight across. And that's why it's staggered, because if it's not staggered, then you don't have a nice way to just go straight with that one and straight with this one. And having it staggered actually makes for nicer stairs too. So, having done that, now, this right here, the little piston block, redstone block piston, this right here is a demonstration. You see light comes on before it goes off, light comes on before it goes off, and it does that every time no matter what. This shows how it can be fixed. They go on and off at the same time. And the reason for that is the way that this works with the pistons and the redstone blocks. The redstone blocks will go out one after the other if I do it this way. You'll see they'll go one after the other, but when they go in, they go at the same time. Every single one at the same time. So this essentially shortens the pulse when it's getting turned on, but the pulse is the same length when it gets turned off. Which is a little weird, but hey, we need weird for this to work properly. And that's why this display doesn't have that problem. As you can see, all the pixels turn on and off at the same exact time. This wasn't necessary before like 1.7 or something. Whatever the Redstone update was, I think. Let's see, is there anything else I missed? Alright, so these shorten that, and as you see it gets inverted, goes through here, gets inverted again. That doesn't affect anything really, but if you don't have the double inversion thing going on, then when you do this, it'll mess it up, it'll make it worse of a problem. So you need to have it inverted before it goes into these, and then inverted again after it goes out, in order for this to have the same effect when the default state is on. So if you have the default state on, you need to invert before you go into these. I'll play this a little bit more, just for fun. And if you liked this video, then like this video, or subscribe to this video feed, or something. I don't really care what you do. Do something cool. Do a barrel roll, and catch you later.